Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a really cool guitar to work on. This is probably from my best customer, and if you remember a while back, he brought me a red parts caster with all high-end parts with the reverse headstock, and that thing, it came out great. What a great guitar. So anyway, he brought me another guitar. Let's check it out. Okay, here it is. Look at that. A Jimi Hendrix Stratocaster with the reverse headstock. That was like his other guitar, has the same kind of reverse headstock. I really like these. Don't worry, I'm not going to get rid of you. But these are really cool. So I'm going to set this up and you're going to come with me. You're going to do it with me. But before we do, thank you. Let's get this thing on the bench and see what's up. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is make the neck straight as we can with this notch straight edge. Then I will use the tape it all off, and then we can start finding out if there's any tall frets. So let's get to it. Okay, we got all the high frets marked, so now we got to deal with the high frets and then we can dress all the frets. Okay, we've got all the frets, the high frets taken care of, then they're all leveled. And now, oh, you can't even see that, can you? Some Mother's mag and aluminum polish. And we're gonna go over all these. We just did it with was it 3,000, 2,500 or 3,000? And this is a breeze because I've gone up to such fine paper. Okay, we're going to put some 10 to 46 on the Strat, so let's Let's do it! So now I'm just, messing around with it, seeing where we're at, seeing where the neck is. Put a little tightening up the truss rod a bit. A little bit more. I like the truss rod almost dead straight. I like to see the tiniest bit of relief. Less than what I'm seeing. And I've got to raise the action up, especially on this E string here. This guitar didn't come with strings on it, and I really like the guitars to have strings on them, because I like to mess around with it while it's still got strings on it. I can get a feel for the neck, for the truss rod. But here, oh man, that's got to go up a lot. Kind of starting out from scratch here. That's really low. Crank it up a bit. This customer plays out with his guitar, so he doesn't like the action too low. That's fine when you're at home. But if you're on stage and all of a sudden there's some weird temperature change or something, come on, why isn't this working? Because it's too high. They've all got to go up quite a bit. Too low. Too low for a show. If you go on the Fender site and look up the measurements to set up a Stratocaster, I don't know, I think it's ridiculously high, but maybe if you want to play slide. But you definitely want a little cushion if you're playing somewhere. At home, it doesn't matter if it's high. I mean, if it's low. If something happens, it's no big deal. Go up a little bit on this E string. Well, this is going to get kind of boring. So I'm going to keep messing with it. Okay, I got it pretty close. I'm going to start stretching the strings. I got a lot of wraps around the post, so I'll make sure these are stretched really good. Get my tuner going here. like I always say, if you don't do this and then you wonder why your guitar won't stay in tune, you're a doofus. Well, I don't think he wants the bridge floating. So now we got to mess with the spring tension on the back. I'm going to have to tighten these two screws so the strings will rest, not the strings, the bridge will rest on the body here. We want this to be down on the body. Okay, here's where it's at. It's not gonna, it might be pretty close. Somebody cut it pretty low. It's probably pretty close to where I have it. You can see the action is still, it's a little bit too low right now. We're just about out of screw height there for the E. So I might have to see if I can find some saddle screws for it in my collection. Well, nothing that I have fits, so I'm just going to crank them up a little bit more. Looks like it should work. I hope. So I'm sitting here and I'm wondering, what is that noise? It's my watch. And you know what? It's a pain. When I first started working on it, it only had one screw in it, and it didn't make any noise. Now it's getting noisy. So I'm going to try to just undo some of these screws and lift it up and put some cleaner in there. The intonation, I didn't even have to change. I think I changed one. So it's pretty right on. So I think I've got to cut just a couple of string slots a little bit more. But right now I just want to get this thing so it's not making any noise. I think that the volume pot is probably pretty worn, and the switch is feels a little worn. So I'll get these screws off and we'll get the cleaner in there. Okay, let's see if we can clean these. The volume pot's a little cranky. Wow, look at the color difference underneath the volume knobs. Okay, we'll tighten these. All right, she is all done. She's all set. She's all done. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.